Explosives planted!
Oh shit, we are straight into it. These boys do not fuck around. We are already live. This match reached 6 angles of attack, which is former up against the Neph boys. So this will be a fun one. I'm joined by Caseman right now, and then I think Dougie and Cruiser will hop in at some point when they're done losing their scrim because they're terrible. Round 1 already down. Angles of attack up 1. Maps tonight will be Breakout, Train, and and another map.
Berg.
So we'll
Break
see those.
Train.
Berg. That's the third
Is
one.
this map
So
1 or 2?
this is 1.
Okay, great.
Yep. So they already started. I jumped in there. They were ready to go.
Who starts before time? That's rare.
It's wild. I've never seen it in the history of Call of Duty 2 in my life.
Yeah, same.
So early round for angles. Oof. What a rough mix. And you really can't miss those on a player like our boy Sixer. He's gonna make you wish you did not miss. So only 1 kill on Neph's side, and that's Timmer with the shotgun. So that's not a great start. Sixer again early. Already taking quick TLS control. That's Nova. It's really important. And then we'll fake on B. It's a 5 on 2. No reason to run this down. Let's see. That's Sixer running around as he does. Brutal creeping that blue alley. Actually gets the kill and is able to get away, but repeats to the same angle, which is not a smart play.
AxA eliminated. Allies win.
Ethics cleans it up with the scope as Magnum tries to prone out hole. That is a interesting strategy, boys.
Bist du verrückt?
That's an impressive 3-0 start.
Yeah, that was pretty. Only 2 kills on the board. Well, there's your third one. Trump really been catching nades lately. Loves to catch a nade. Ooh, Triple getting the kill. That's right. Triple is joined. So a little bit new look for Neph. It's a solid addition. Some experience.
And it looks like Nova's filling in for 6. We all saw that coming. So we got angle of attack. I like those tags. Those look pretty solid.
Yeah.
Looks like we got a default out of angle of attack right here. Didn't see a TLS take. Didn't see a fast B. We do have Sixer lurking up mid.
Yeah. Good spot here. And has the bolt, so he can really work. Creating space. Takes out Triple. Takes out Brutal. Does go down to Stiffy, though. Ethics can clean it up. Last guy. Ooh, it's a 1-on-1. Closest this has been.
Explosives planted!
Ethics Magnum. Ethics now knows exactly where he is. Ooh, just hit the wood. Unlucky.
AxA eliminated.
Doesn't miss second time, though.
Allies win.
4-0 for angles of attack. Quick scoreboard check. You got Sixer at 10-1, 4 rounds in. Wow. Nice early kill from Stiffy, but 2 responses. Timmer finally getting a kill on the board. Everybody on the board, except for Nova so far. Oh, Sixer sees him, changes weapon, runs him down. Beautiful. Could even hit the bolt shot, probably. But the shotgun's guaranteed from there, so. Smart play. I'm going down.
Explosives planted!
pops in the window, gets his chest blown off.
Go post-plant aggression. They're feeling a little cheeky. You can tell.
They are definitely, yeah. With the up 4-0, you're feeling good. That's I think 4 plants in a row on the B side. I'd like to see Neph change something up. Maybe throw the shotgun over there. Just something to slow that down. They're getting these plants off way too easy. All down to Timmer. Yeah, there's their timeout. I like an early timeout.
I'm a huge fan.
Axis eliminated.
Yep.
Allies
Just reset.
Around that 3-0, 2-0, or if the other team wins 3 in a row and they shouldn't.
Yep. Yep. I think 5-0 is probably the bare minimum. The last straw.
Yeah, that was like an oh shit, what just happened to us?
Yeah. Sixer has 12 kills, and you're just like, okay, well, we got to figure out how to kill him and then go from there. But I'd like to see a change up in how they're set up.
Yeah,
it's too easy.
They've had secondary weapons since the second round, so
yeah,
they can play however they want. They can play as slow as they want, which allows Sixer to kind of change it up. He doesn't have to be super aggressive any one way with that secondary weapon. So you're going to see them playing their play style if they're winning rounds.
Yep, absolutely. And that's what you got to try to get them off of, right? Because this is, as you well know, a team that if you can tilt them or get them off their game style, it can be difficult for them to recover sometimes. So that's a huge thing to do. And Neph,
100%.
on the other hand, is one of those teams that they seem pretty resilient, and it may, not to be rude, but come from all the butt fuckings they've taken over the past year or so, that they're pretty resilient. So they're pretty good at not tilting, not getting too angry. Nice nade by Triple. Great start.
Despite the round differential here, I expect a close 3 games.
Yeah, I do as well. Especially on these maps. These are some interesting maps. Ooh,
I dodged the hell out of this match.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm starting to like Train. It's growing on me, but ooh, Triple catches Nova out. That's a good start. 2K from Triple. Yep, and they did exactly what I asked, and they moved Timmer, but unfortunately Timmer gets a little too antsy, and Ethics catches him out, and now that B side is wide open again. Triple gonna catch him proning. He does. Takes Sixer off the board. Trumps up top, finds him. Don't repeat the same area. That is a cardinal sin. Magnum gets Ethics, and we may very well be seeing the first round on the board from Neph. Good adjustment. That's exactly what you want to see out of a timeout. And timeouts really don't have to be anything crazy, right? It could just be something as simple, and Triple gets a 4K. But something as simple as, hey, they're pushing into mid from this area quick. Can somebody throw a nade? And that can completely blow up a strategy.
Yeah, not a change of what you're doing, maybe just a talk of what they're doing.
Yep. So you're peeking the right angles, especially a map like this where there's so many windows, so many angles. Just taking a different approach to your spot is the way to go. Tipsy though, already in bottom blue. Yep.
The post plant switch is really difficult on the B plan here. We'll see what they.
Yeah. Ooh, Sixer gets it and gets blue, which is a good spot. It's huge if you can hold blue. Allows your team to fall back a little bit. I didn't see exactly where it's planted, but it does look like it's planted on that right side of the bomb site. So they can see it from the back side of ruins, which is very good. This little team play there. Nova getting the kill on the board. Timber a bit lost. Runs into Ethics, trying to run over, getting shot. And Brutal gets run over. 6-1. And that was almost just like a, hey, you fixed it, but now we're just going to change it up again and find your weakness.
You saw the up-tempo capabilities of the up roster, especially with Nova here. He can grab that Tommy and just go straight into it. So you'll see some quick B takes, and you might see a little bit of A. It'll be slow, but they'll take TLS first with 2 players. You haven't seen that yet. We're 7 rounds in.
Yeah. Ooh, nice little blue nade from Sixer there. So go ahead and steal that. Fortunately for Timmer, we have a tree smoke, which is not great.
It's painful to see as a shotty. It happens so often.
Yeah, it does. Trees and ceilings and roofs and yeah. Oops, Stiffy misses the first shot. Is able to get out. Timmer's in a decent spot, but unfortunately he's peeking into 3 people. And you don't like to see that. Stiffy goes down, which is his backup. Timmer does get 1, does get 2. Tags the 3rd, goes for the pistol. Pistol's down Trump.
So they put the shotty on where they were pushing. That was a great play. It worked out for them. The smoke failing actually helped.
It
so we'll see what happens. I maybe don't smoke the site.
Yeah, that was it. That was an interesting one-way. Gave Stiffy a chance to help out a bit. I do think Timmer probably should have died there. Somebody's got to clean him up.
Yeah.
Stiffy goes down early. Timmer's right back at it with a good smoke this time. But Trump is moving through that mid, taking Mare completely open. Ethics. Deep. Yeah, Trump all the way to back Mare. They don't seem to know it. Triple gets tipsy, but Trump is right behind him. Yeah, Triple is not ready for that. And that is the B site down again. Magnum on A, all alone. That's a terrible feeling. You often play A. You know, when your whole team dies at B and you're just stuck at A trying to retake against 4 or 5 people.
Well, the thoughts of being completely worthless cross your mind at first, and then you have to look down and be like, okay, I have a chance. You have to remind yourself, I have a chance. I got to play like it.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, playing that off-site can often be frustrating.
Yeah, and your team is frustrated as well.
Yep. A deeper smoke here, but Tipsy with the Sten. Ooh, Timmer loses the shoddy fight. Brutal, Stiffy. Fixer with the attempted early plant. Nice fake. Sixer into blue. Magnum does see Tipsy, but misses the shot, misses the second shot. And now he's got to worry. That's Sixer top blue. Teammate. Oh, his teammate's on the long flank here. Brutal. He's got to be very careful that he can't be seen from that side window. Okay, he does get seen, but gets down. So there's a little bit of info. Magnum goes down, unfortunately. Sixer top blue with a nade. Huge. Well, free fire there. All down to Brutal.
Definitely gonna play their own lives.
Yep. Tipsy missing the jump. Oh, set nade. Nice. Sixer catches him out.
Not much to do when the opposing player has 17 frags in 10 rounds.
Yeah. Yes, that is a tough battle. Trump dodging some nades. Magnum going down early. Oh, just a heads up. When you change players, it changes it for me as well.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. A little whiplash there. So yeah, it's a nice thing about streamer mode. We see the same thing, but yeah, we're both controlling it. Nova goes down early. Three on three. This is a better start to the round. Timmer in an advanced position there in mid. Don't know if they're going to expect him there. And Brutal takes out Ethics, which is huge. Timber has to hear that. Yep, he does. And Sixer getting stuck on the box. Tags Timmer.
Allies eliminated.
Misses the first of 4K out of Timmer.
Win.
2 of the 3 rounds won by Neph have required a 4K out of a single player, so.
It's definitely, they've had to force themselves onto B with 2 players.
Yep. But I do like the adjustment, having that shoddy a little bit more leaning towards B rather than lurking the mid. Just have somebody else pick up Mayor.
Yeah, they've been forced to do that these rounds.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the A side, there's just nothing going on. It's one of those maps that you just get kind of bored playing A, but
Yeah,
the round that you fall asleep, that's when they go.
that's exactly what happens. They ram it down your throat, so. Last round. Ooh, Magnum with a nice shot on Trump. Thinks about the MG, but doesn't take it. They're in good spots. It's planted for them. Brutal goes down. Stiffy sort of stuck up there. I think he heard Tipsy, but he's not going to peek that. Yep, goes down. All down to Magnum. Magnum cleared Clutch House. But unfortunately, nobody was there.
Axis eliminated. Allies win.
And 9-3. That's a rough half from the defensive side.
That's impressive on angle of attack there. They came out very aggressive. I mean, they started 4 minutes early, so ahead of schedule and forcing the
Ready to
bomb
go.
site pretty well. B, 11 rounds and win A the last round.
Yeah.
So knew
Chasing
they
up
had
late for
map
that.
control, got it, and just kept getting map control off the rip.
Yeah, it does help with Victor with 17 kills, Ethics on 13. 3 of the Axis of Attack players outfragging the entire Neph team, so that is tough. Tough to come back from. Well, let's see if they have something up their sleeve on offense. You gotta make sure your head's in the game. You don't get too overconfident when you have a lead like this. Ethics goes down, which is a great start. Ripple takes out Tipsy. That A bomb site is wide open, and they're taking it. Ooh, nice trade there from Brutal, though. That's exactly what you want to see when you go down to a shotgun like that. Trump scoping. Nice. Stiffy goes down, all down to Trump.
Axis eliminated.
Can't catch Triple out. Triple with a nice tight angle there. That was a much better round. And that was just some early TLS control, got some kills, and really just sort of worked it. That was that was a good play.
They're going to need a round to figure out their setups on defense. So they probably just talked about it. Now they've switched things up. Maybe make sure that they got A. Maybe 2 people at A.
Ethics goes down to a nade again. Yep, here's Sixer taking TLS early.
Yep, and you got Tipsy taking in garage. So they filled in there.
Yeah, when Blippi Sixer got caught from behind, they didn't take TLS. It was a good spot. That was Stiffy walks in there. Trying to take red. Possibly unnecessary. Was that Magnum here on the site? It's got to worry about Nova bottom, Mare. Then you got, it was that Trump deep. Oh, Timmer takes Nova out. B is wide open. You got Trump at the back ruins. And then you got somebody deep. Yeah, that's Tipsy backed by MG. Bomb goes down. Magnum and Timmer versus Tipsy and Trump. Timmer in a good advanced position. He does have a 44, so he's got some range. Oh yeah, top of the stairs. Not sure they're gonna. Oh, the timing.
Just missed.
He moves.
Neither one saw each other.
No. And then he drops the shotgun, or drops the 44.
For silence to get a closer
Yep.
angle.
A spot for Magnum. Okay, now the call comes out that he's there. Timmer picks the 44 back up. Yep, just delay time. It's That's all you got to do. It's
Axis
frustrating.
eliminated.
And then Magnum holds an angle. You don't always have to be tucked in a corner or hiding. Sometimes having some space to take is the right move, and that works out. Better from Neph. They seem to have the offensive side down a little bit better than they had that defense. No early nade kill this round, though, which is important. Oh, I opened my mouth too quickly. And Triple is already bottom TLS. Ethics goes down. So A is what they think is open, but they got Trump rotating there to the MG. They got to be really careful about that. Scope at the MG. There's so many angles, but Stivvy catches them out. And that is B open. Unfortunately, there's not a smoke here for the cross, so Nova is gonna get a chance to kill somebody. But they crossed that together, which was really interesting. I don't know if it was planned, but it took Nova's attention off that far player, and they took it. That's another great round. That was a huge round from Stiffy there, a little 3K.
Good round. Well, you see what the Allies is doing here. They're taking TLS. I think it's a huge play when you map control, when you take TLS. We're going to watch Triple here taking TLS. Even if you just stay alive, hold bottom, you got a player creeping up in the Mare. We got north control. This whole side of the map. This whole side of the map has Neph control on it, and with Tipsy sitting on the bomb site right now. They rotated easily rotated over to the B bomb site.
Oh. Triple catch out Ethics all down to Tipsy on that A site. What I think just happened, yeah, it did. So Timmer jumped the stairs on Mare. Nova shot at Timmer, missed Timmer, and caught Sixer in the back of the head, who was TLS Alley. That is so unlucky. So not only did Nova go down, he missed his shot, took his teammate out, and died. That is a catastrophe. Triple again, just free reign into TLS. And now he's on A site. And Stiffy's getting that pick on Tipsy almost every round. Triple taking space. He just needs somebody to get inside and plant. Hold the rest of the map. Ooh, Timmer. I don't like the weapon switch. I know it's a hot 4 thing or something. It's useless. Yeah, if you're new and watching at home, do not start that.
Yeah, don't make noise when you don't need to.
Yep.
Axis eliminated.
I didn't think we'd be here at 8-9. But what you see is just complete north control. Triple taking TLS, which allows north guy to push. Good timeout here. Which just allows Stiffy to go all the way down north side to take the tank control, to pick garage. Brutal's got a free pick from Sniper House into garage. All because Triple takes bottom TLS. So this map control on the north side here is influencing every single round that they've had on Allies.
Absolutely, and I like what they're doing. So you got Triple jumping in the window or jumping in the side door, and then they're following it up with Timmer coming through the mid. So even if Sixer tried to sit outside the door, catch Triple out, he's got to worry about Timmer running into his side. And there's, because of where the smoke is, nobody from blue or anyone can help him. So that they're losing control of that front Mare area. I'd like to see maybe Sixer on a little bit of a lurk, or maybe a little smoke demon play, or jam somebody through hole and have some help. Maybe Nova peeks the Mare stairs with a 44, or just some, change it up a bit. They could also do a nice little change, maybe a crossfire on A, get somebody across the bomb site, get them into clutch house, and then leave somebody maybe garage, and then have a crossfire set up there. That's a quick rotate spot. And it gives you just a little bit more security there. In the end, you can, if Trump is playing from those back ruins and you're watching the back of Mare, let him have Mare. You can't plant for Mare. If you have to, let him have it. You can't plant from there. Just hold the other sites, hold the other sides of the map, and you'll be okay.
Jeremy, here's what I'm calling. Sixer's got a smoke going between orange and ruins. He's going to throw that. He's going to aggress on TLS. Tipsy's going to cut to TLS alley quickly, and Trump is going to go to the corner greenhouse to shoot the crossing.
Okay, that's it, and that would fix it.
They threw the B smoke.
And this is a B heavy. It does look like some guns changed hands. Dropped the scope completely. So Trump is just bolting, and it seems to work out. And he took triple out, which has been that sort of anchor. And rather than fighting TLS, they just took him out from the other side. They crossed the site quick and got them crossing. Because if that smoke is not perfect, you can get picked on that cross real easy. Timber taking some nade damage and getting out of there because they have the info. Ooh. Stiffy going down. Yep, we got Trump rotated over a little early just to give Tipsy some support so he could get into that clutch house. And now that he's there, he's so hard to get out. Magnum actually saw the top of Ethics there. But unfortunately, he's a little too old to have realized it.
I like how Trump is floating back and forth, right? He was that corner greenhouse to get the north cross, and he rotated to help out Tipsy so he could cross to him to Claude.
Yep. And those are the changes you like to see. Ethics goes down. Brutal getting a nice pick. Ooh, he sees Trump there, but can't do anything. Tipsy moves up. Nova, good angle there. And Sixer catches Brutal jumping out of the window. So a little bit different of an approach, but it definitely worked the same way. I think what Triple has to do now is just change the timing up. I think he was too quick for the smoke. And I think that was the problem. Timmer goes down. Does look like a B hit, possibly. Smoke's a little deep. Oh, Triple focusing on that top blue. And unfortunate for him, the spot he should have been watching was that blue alley, and he would have got the kill. Nova taking Stiffy out. Sixer running Triple down. A little bit of aggression out of Evil Attack. You love to see it. That's a tough angle because Magnum cannot see him. And here is a counter timeout.
Allies eliminated.
As Nova takes Magnum down.
Win.
And I
Great
like
use
that.
of timeout.
Yep, great use of timeout. I do like that they Nova got a little bit more aggro there. So he was peeking more, which definitely helped Tipsy out. It helps the cross out. It helps that mid push. So you just got to be careful of those nades. But that is a strong position. So that is nice. We'll do a quick little scoreboard check. Sixer on 21. Definitely a slower half. Only 2 nade kills on the upside. Ethics and Trump with those. I do like Trump dropping the scope. Yes, is it good, but you really gotta. It's gotta be what you do on this map, right? You gotta know all the angles, the jumps, the stupid window peaks, and the pre-fire. So you gotta be basically 1200 and sitting green on both sides and not move.
He's just not there yet with the scope on this.
Yep. So we'll give him some time, and honestly, it takes a big man to drop the gun and do whatever it takes to help your team. So I do like that. Timmer having a good map on the other side with a shotgun. I personally think that this is a very good shotgun map. If you are a primary shotgun, all you do is shotgun, this map is definitely a good one. Just because of the close angles you can get with a good smoke, you can get up in their face pretty easily. But let's see what what Neph can do here. Fixer, that'll land right outside the window. Timmer takes a bit of a hit. Now Trump back on the scope, and he actually catches Sixer or Triple out. But Stiffy is already on the bomb site, but was not ready for Tipsy to vert nade his ass. Keep your head down. Ooh, Nova just misses the timing. Brutal does tap the bomb. There's a nade. Oh, perfect nade from Nova there. And now these two are in a really tough spot. Timmer has TLS, but all he has is a shotgun, so not a whole lot he can do with it. He's got to really let Magnum work, and the Magnum goes down.
Allies
All up to
eliminated.
Timmer, and
AxA
does not last
win.
long. 12-8 map point.
Are you crazy?
Trumps has been the deciding factor of 2 of the last 3 rounds, picking off Triple early in the round. Triple
Yep.
has kind of been dictating where they go. You can definitely see he's very vocal on this team by the way he's playing. So Trump taking him out early in the round has made the difference, and he got taken out by a nade right there.
Yep. It looked like they were trying to do something B, and it does look like Sixer's pushing up, but Brutal's all the way up. We got Magnum on the scope with Brutal bolting. Sixer does catch Magnum out, which is not good. Stiffy goes down. We got Brutal stuck on the site. Does catch Tipsy out. He was not ready for Trump to be at that angle, and it's all down to Timber. Gets a first. But unfortunately, Sixer times him, and that will be the map. That was a nice little shot from Sixer. Nice showing from Neph. Definitely stepped it up, but they definitely just dug themselves a hole in that first half. You really can't get 3 rounds on defense on this map and hope to win it.
0-5 starts is tough to come back from.
Yeah, you pretty much got to win out. So
they adjusted. They did all right. Their allies was definitely good. I definitely wouldn't. If I were them, I wouldn't think we had a bad allies. I would say, damn, we really got to work on our access play and make sure we're covering all angles and put the shoddy where we need to.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see with the kind of shuffle that Neph has been going through, how they play on this map. I think this will probably be the map that, I don't know, 80% of teams have the least amount of time on, right? This is probably the newest. So it's growing on me. Is it perfect? No, but it's I'm a fan of more maps, the better. Just let people have options. Let some of the newer teams maybe learn some of the newer maps, and then they don't have to strat 2J, and you just run around in TDM.
Yeah, I like it a lot. First of all, both bomb sites are viable.
Yep.
I think that should be standard, which Burgundy is not.
Nope.
So a map like this has viable maps. It's got kind of, if you think about it, it's got 3 main lanes, and it's got mid points that are important to control. So with that being said, this is a well laid out map. There's some rotates involved. The smoke is really important, as some teams will choose to throw smoke right away and be very obvious about where they want to go, and some teams are going to hold the smoke. And I think holding the smoke, you're going to see a lot more teams holding smoke over time. I've played some scrims lately where, like, I don't know, they could be going A, they could be going B. So we'll see how they play. I know just playing with Angle of Attack recently, we've played probably 4 or 5 scrims in the last 7 days, so played it quite a bit. So they should be pretty well, playing pretty well on this map. Smokes are going to be there. You're going to see some set nades, but also expect Neph to be maybe not as stratted, but good nades. You can always expect good nades out of the COD 1 guys. So we'll see what happens.
And they pug a lot, so they've got the time in. Yeah, I think the other thing I look for is, does the map do is it too much? I mean, I think both of us remember the original version of this map, and it was too much. It was built for 6v6. I don't think any map should allow you to play both bomb sites from your spawn on defense.
Agreed.
And that was a fatal flaw in this map. And this map, from what I remember, rounds ran down almost all the way every round. These matches went on for fucking ever. Because you had to clear so much. It was just too big of a map.
It was impossible to play up.
It was. It was.
Yep.
It was made for 6v6 or even more.
CTF maybe, yeah.
CTF, yeah, CTF. It was pretty fun, but yeah, this is definitely a better version. And yeah, I think you're right. We definitely, when the map first came out, saw the meta sort of be throw that smoke early and then just run them down. Now as teams understand the map a little bit more and they can smoke and nade from different positions, I think we're going to see teams hold the smoke and maybe get a pick or get some map control before throwing that smoke.
You're going to see a lot of what I like to see on this map is a little bit of overextending on the weak side of the map.
Yep.
So if the team's going B, as AxA, you're pushing through on the A side, getting ready for that retake.
Yep.
Maybe you're taking green control, and then you're ready to take train or like back ruin building. I should probably pull up a map just so I know what the fuck's going on.
Allies
Yeah, the
eliminated.
tough part is there's not a mini map for this yet because Herald is a lazy piece of shit. So
Yep.
yeah, so we don't have a mini map yet.
Three
but it is in the
jobs,
works.
making 2 maps, adminning,
Yeah,
making
having
his own game,
kids.
having
Yeah,
kids.
having kids. Yeah, so
Super lazy.
working at Jollibee. Yeah, he's got a lot. Yeah, so but he's still a lazy piece of shit. So
I'm gonna pull up the overhead of the map because
yeah. So we got Neph starting on offense. Let's see what they've got. I do like this early peek from Brutal. Does miss them crossing there, though. And Trump immediately kills him. Smoke's a little too deep from Timmer, and he pays the price. You really want that smoke to land basically on the wagon.
that's what I've seen benefited the most because that wagon
Yeah.
headshot is hard.
It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. Stiffy had M1 control for a total of about 5 seconds, and then Tipsy runs him down. And another shift here, Tipsy on the shotgun. Trump is keeping the scope. Magnum gets one, but unfortunately for him, that is all he gets. And that was that weak side aggression. That is something I agree. It's something that I enjoyed. We played, I think we played Sedated on this map, and that was something that I had a lot of luck with. If your A guy can stay alive, pushing B and getting into those ruins and getting behind them, if they don't leave somebody back there, you can cause havoc. And then
100%.
vice versa. The A guy pushing into his bathrooms and white and stuff is an absolute menace for teams trying to slowly play in mid there.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun for the weak side player. And then you get aggressed on a day.
Yep.
You won't see many A pushes. I mean, you might out of this team, but typically not. It's a little bit harder to get to. I think as the meta kind of grows, nades are better, smokes are better. You'll see more A pushes, but
Yep.
typically the
I think
harder
you will.
bomb site to take too.
Yep. And you honestly, you got to have a good spawn with the scope to peek that cross. If you can stop the guy from getting in there, that's huge. But A is definitely an option. You just got to be careful. You're pretty open. Trump in a good spot. There's some aggression there. Okay, Brutal. Make sure to nade lane short and gets the bomb down.
Follow me!
Stiffy getting one, but overheats a bit, leaves his teammate Brutal all alone. Brutal's in a good spot. Nice shot on Nova. C6 are unfortunately okay. It is a-
Reposition. Yes.
Yep, reposition. Yeah, I was gonna say he's in a real tough spot. 1-on-1. Now, if your angle of attack 6 is probably the one you want in this situation.
Yeah, he's going to be aggressive on this. He's
Yep.
going to get to the bomb site as quickly as possible and tap it.
Yep. But he does have a good angle on the diffuse. That Brutal cannot see him.
Explosives diffused.
Oh, and Brutal just took
Axis
too long.
win.
In his face.
Are you crazy?
Yeah, you hate that.
I think there's a saying about that.
Yeah. Praise don't fake. Yeah, that's a tough one. Neph really should have had that round.
It was his to lose.
It was. It was. Brutal going down early there as well. Yeah, that smoke is just too deep. Nova's in a great spot to see him crossing. Stiffy does catch Trump out. Ooh. Timmer early into M1. Triple catches a random nade, but it was 2 by M1. But you got Sixer already behind them.
Yeah. Yeah, he overextended quick, and then Tipsy took bottom mid. I mean, that's brutal.
Yeah. But the bomb is going down. It's still a 2-on-2. Magnum actually was able to reposition to top M1. My concern is Stiffy's not going to expect that. Sixer, a rare miss. Does not miss the second time. Oh, unfortunately, there's a...
We almost learned a new angle.
Yeah, almost. If there was not a shade there. Tipsy sees him. Misses the first. It goes down.
No way.
But again, Sixer just
Again?
diffusing in his face. Oh, he gets off it. Ooh.
Smart play.
Very smart. Very, very smart. Interesting little plant there. Tucked in the top part of the bomb like that.
Explosives diffused. Axis win.
Does he have to jump on it for that?
No, he was able to defuse it from the ground. So
Okay. Does the planter have to jump on it and you just do it from the ground?
I think you can do it from the ground. I didn't see Stiffy jump on it, but maybe he did. Because normally to plant with any elevation, you have to jump. Ooh, Ethic's taking Magnum in.
Brill's taking this angle from a little bit wider. I've seen players take it closer to the truck, to the boxes, and that the timing is insane because you can catch them crossing.
Yep, exactly. Oh. Oof. Timmer tries to peek. Stiff goes down. And we have yet to see a B take out of Neph. They are all A.
And close rounds, so maybe they're onto something here, but
yeah.
After losing 4 in a row, I don't know. We'll see.
I'd like to throw in a B fake or just something to stop Sixer from being so comfortable pushing.
Yeah,
you've seen the commitment.
Round. I mean, you've seen Tip committed last round to bottom mid as a shotgun, so he knows what's going on. They know. The smoke goes out, as mentioned when we started. The smoke goes out.
That's where they're going.
You know.
Yep.
Took you long enough.
And that is an interesting thing. It's definitely one of those maps where you absolutely need a perfect smoke to take either site. If you don't have a good smoke on B, it's an absolute shooting gallery.
Yep.
Timmer getting in quick. Unfortunately, his smoke again is a little deep, but he does catch Nova out, and Stiffy does. Tipsy playing that mid tank, which you see is kind of a progression, right? If they're not taking B, the shotgun tends to float from in the garage to that tank. Just for a quicker rotate, he can get to M1 faster. He can help his team more. So that's a nice change we've definitely seen out of teams.
It is a challenging shotgun map. However, shotgun can play pretty well here with proper place smokes, as you said, kind of working that garage to lower mid area. And then they have both bomb sites that they're close to based on that.
Yep, absolutely. The bomb color's a command, and I honestly don't remember it. I'm sure somebody knows it. Ooh,
the
takes
tie-dye one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got Tipsy's config in 2021, and that had it, and I just kept it.
Yep. Yeah. Someone sent it to me just before land 1 or land 2, and it.
Yeah,
I like it
is
now.
This legal? But
Well,
I guess so.
it makes life a lot easier. It makes it
Sure.
easier to see. 3-on-1, all down to Trump. If you're Neph, you absolutely cannot fumble this one. Oh, here's a noise. He's gonna bypass it. Brutal misses. Gets a no scope on Magnum.
Impressive.
Brutal needs to keep his head down because Triple not as close as you'd want him to be. And there's the kill. Now Triple might actually be. Yep, there he is.
I like that.
In an advantageous position because no time, not expecting him to come from back there. 1 round on the board for Neph. Love to see it. Quick little scoreboard check. Ethics and Tipsy really fragging out. Tipsy 2 nade kills already. And then on the other side, it's really been stiffy. Ethics goes down, and that's that early pick that you'll love to see. Trump goes down, triple catches a nade, so bit of fucking chaos 5 seconds in. But Magnum's already on the bomb.
I lost my mini map. How do I get that?
There is not a mini map for this map.
Yes. Thanks.
Yep. Yeah, I've done that so many. I've reconnected like 10 times.
Yeah.
And then Harold was nice enough to just let me know it just hasn't been created yet. That wasn't a thing when the map got created.
Of course. It's actually been a new, really nice feature to the game.
Oh,
Kind of
it's
like
great.
Counter-Strike.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's increased the viewer enjoyment for sure.
Absolutely. And it also makes our job a lot easier because you can see on the map, and if you just look down and see the person's number, you can see when there's a fight about to happen. Because as we all know, auto director is never the answer. So
It's
you
the
do have
worst.
to jump around sometimes. And it's the worst in every game. It's the same in Counter-Strike. So
Yeah.
2 rounds on the board though. Neph really benefiting from that early pick of Ethics. And that's the thing, is if you can get him crossing to A is literally free.
I feel like, what do you think? Feel good about 4? Feel great about 5?
Yeah. Feel good about 4, feel great about 5, and then everything from that is bonus.
Yep.
Ethics with a double nade, then Trump with a nade. Starting the round off 2 on 5 is never easy. Fortunately, Timber's about to get timed as well. Tipsy pushed right past him, went to green. Where is Triple? Triple holding that B, and they've really just given Triple the job of don't let Sixer push flank, which is huge.
Yeah, you're gonna need to keep that lurk player back. Just watching anybody overextending. Both teams need to do that.
Yep. Fortunately for Triple, his whole team died instantly.
Axis win.
Yeah, that's a wash.
Yep.
I think it's time for a timeout. What do you think?
Mm,
Next round.
I'd
Next round.
like,
Stiffy's on
next
it.
round.
Stiffy's on it next round.
Absolutely. I'd like to see a B. Maybe just change up the pace a little bit and run them down B, is because they're getting a little too overconfident on leaning A.
Agreed. It would make their A a lot more viable.
Yep. Yeah, you gotta keep them honest, right? Ooh, Ethics gets Timmer, tags one. Tipsy just destroying Nova.
Interesting.
Does take out Stiffy though. It's a 3-on-2, even with the team kill.
Yeah, I was captain of the team kill, so somebody needed to take over.
Yep. Tipsy deciding that it's him. Goes down to Triple. Top M1 and bottom M1. Triple backing out now. Ooh. And that's the thing. Sixer allowed to just do whatever he wants and push, and now he's already in your spawn. Ooh, Magnum just on his head. That's a tough angle for Sixer there with the tree. You actually can see it better from Magnum's point of view.
Yeah, Zexer definitely has foliage. He can't see
Yeah.
through trees.
Yes. Ooh. Magnum misses the first.
And
that-
you're gonna have the other player encroaching on you pretty quickly.
2-on-1. Ooh, Trump holding a different angle though. They're really funneling him into A. Trump playing passive.
Allies eliminated.
Yeah. Great play.
Axis win.
So they held map control without over aggressing, because a lot of newer players, you definitely see that mistake of, okay, in a 2-on-1 or something like that, they just hide in a corner. You still have to have control of the map in your area.
For sure.
And it does look like we're finally getting a B here. And Timmer is instantly dead. I do wonder if we got that smoke off, or...
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. And that's the thing for the shotgun. You gotta almost be second in. You need somebody with some range to fight that guy, and Sixer's just doing what he wants.
I CI'd on Sixer.
No, yeah, Sixer doing what he wants a little bit too much. Lags out, but he's back.
He lags out and takes 50 yards up the map. Got it. Got it.
There. Good for him. I mean, he's got little legs. He's gotta take
You
what
got
he
it.
can get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a Riley player right there.
yeah, I like that. All right, Stiffy trying to get some info. Unfortunately, no smoke. Yeah. Nice spot
You've
here
seen this? Yeah, you've seen this used very much? I like that.
Yeah,
Allies eliminated.
I do like that spot. As someone that lurks around, Raj, you can hear it. So
Yeah.
but it is a great off angle.
Are you crazy?
Yeah, they pushed B, but they left Timur out to dry. I mean, Timur taking the site by himself with a shotgun and no smoke is really not it.
It's a painful place to be in when you're a shoddy.
Yeah,
Especially when you're expected to hold smoke for a little bit.
Yep.
Oof. You gotta stay alive as well.
Yeah, Sixer does go down, so that's the push off the board. Oh, Grum just mistimes it. Brutal takes
He's
him
upset
out.
about that. I
Yeah.
can hear it.
Yeah,
like
I could hear
PTSD.
it from here. Yep. Yep. Okay, now there's the late smoke. Ethics gets Magnum. Nova walks into triple, but Stiffy catches out Ethics. I do like that position from Stiffy, just stopping them from over-rotating from A. And now that's pulled Nova out, and you got one on each site. Definitely isolating the players.
This mid house control is very important.
Yeah.
As an ally player, you need to have it. Catching any rotators is really important, and also gives you a free look into the A bomb site and this red brick back here. So as long as you can get the cafe pick, you gotta mind the cafe.
Yeah. And that 2-on-3 is quickly a 1-on-2 as they sort of split and fell apart, lost their 1-on-1s. I don't think Brutal saw Tipsy. It's the nade. Tipsy dodged. Now they're both peeking from the same spot, which could be dangerous. Nova pushes early, and that works out for him. Little 40 play.
They both held W at the same time, and that's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
Explosives defused.
8-2.
Win.
Are you crazy?
That was a better slow round out of Neph. They just sort of fell apart late round.
The rounds are close.
Yep.
I mean, there's like 2 or 3 rounds that could have went their way.
And Ethics goes down early. Fortunately for Brutally, did not expect Trump to also be peeking it. But Magnum catches Trump out. A is open. Unfortunately, there's not a smoke. And they're playing it slow. And just like that, 4-on-2. But Sixer is alive, and Sixer is pushing B. Because that is what he will do.
As you stated, go B, and then let's go back. Let's go back later on. We don't have to hit A 5 rounds in a row. Keep them honest.
Exactly. Magnum gets the bomb down and gets out. Stiffy just overextends a bit. All of a sudden, it's a 2-on-2. Where do we have Triple? Okay, Triple's top green. Sees Nova, gets the kill, gets out. All down to Sixer. He's got one on the site now. They are very far away from each other.
I kind of like this as long as the guy on the bomb site doesn't die quick.
Doesn't die. Yeah. Magnum in Panther spot. Isn't that where the toilet is? Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Triple.
I don't think this is an angle, Triple.
It's not an angle, buddy. And that is going to be a Sixer defuse again.
Win.
Yeah.
That is not an angle. We all know it.
That memo's going out Monday morning for Neph.
Yeah.
It's not an
Unfortunately,
angle.
that was not communicated or Triple missed the first attempt. Triple goes down early. That's the worst, and that's what happened to Brutal as well, is not only do you lose a clutch to someone defusing in your face, you then also die immediately into the next round. So you get to stew on it for an extra 2 minutes.
Momentum's important.
It is.
Especially when you're down like this. I mean, they had 2 or 3 rounds that could have went their way.
Yeah, this very easily could have been an 8-4, 7-5.
Yep.
But it was a 3-on-2. They've gotten some picks. Magnum's in a good spot. Unfortunately, Trump is also in a good spot. Reveal catches him out. Trump probably not happy about that.
What is he doing there kind of situation?
Yeah. Yeah, some inside info from Harold saying he blocked that angle off on purpose.
Allies eliminated.
Well, you got some getting some DMs from the map creator.
Yeah, no, actually, right? I can see chat, so I got chat up on the other screen.
Let's get that pulled up. It's a halftime.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Halftime. Very, very important. 10-2, like we said, could have been 8-4, could have been 7-5, but it is 10-2, and we need some second round magic out of Neph, like we saw in the last map, some second half magic. Fortunately, they've dug themselves an even bigger hole than they did last match. They are at least on the one would say the easier side. When a map is balanced as well, defense is always just a little bit easier because you have the 6th man of the clock. It's picking that jump. Very key, no one dying early. Trump immediately dies because I said it. Nice of Timmer not to shoot his teammate.
I definitely would have. I don't know about you.
Yeah, Panther is definitely would have done that.
Yeah, I think when you're 37 or older, it happens.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I got 2 years, so. Nova, but some great picks there. Now it's all down to Timmer. They know where he is. The bomb's going down. He's got a pistol out. Sixer running for his life. At least we get a nice tour of the map here.
With pistol out, I mean, this is the worst place to be in.
It is. There's just so many long angles.
Yeah.
No smoke. This is a very difficult clutch.
Just trying to close the gap, pick up the weapon from a guy. Yep.
Yeah.
Now you have a chance. Your 0.02% chance turned into 2, which is not bad.
Yeah. Not bad. Yeah. So 11-2. And that was again just a mid-round fall apart. Yeah. And that is Brutal doing the same thing 2 rounds in a row, and Ethics just reads it.
He's practiced that peak a lot.
Yeah, so, and he saw that jump. Stiff goes down.
I mean, you see the same gap. Tipsy's throwing the same gap with the
with the smoke. It's a little deeper.
Wagon, yeah.
I do like it a little bit shorter. Force them to play on one.
Try that. As long as it covers the A crosser, I'm all for it.
Yep.
It's a little harder to throw because of the building, the roofs, so you got to find a good spot for it. I assume it's a little later.
No, it's pretty much off the rip. You drop down and you just sort of hugging the stairwell there.
Okay.
And a quick kill or quick round there, 12-2, and I'll be honest. I think we said it. It's the the score doesn't show how close this has been. Yeah, similar to where Tipsy's throwing that, but just a little bit better.
Just down
of an
a little
angle.
bit. Okay.
Yeah. So
Like
Tipsy
the
getting
nade to follow
triple. Yep.
You can expect Tipsy to make some plays. Being aggressive up in the smoke that he throws or up into the garage.
Yep. Timmer getting pushed. He got a decent position, but unfortunately for him, there's two people waiting for him. And unfortunately, I think that will be all she wrote. Ooh, ethics. Nice little. Oh, wait, as I switched to Brutal and Magnum's on the wrong bomb site, chasing Sixer around.
Get the bash. Do it.
He'll at least get the
Got
bash.
his ass.
Yeah. Unfortunately for him, wrong side of the map. Nova's waiting for him. Nova gets a tag, but this is just eating up clock, and that's all you gotta do.
Axis eliminated.
In the corner, Tipsy's waiting for him, 13-2. That's a tough one. If you're Neph, you threw some rounds. You threw, what, 2 or 3 rounds on offense, letting them defuse in your face.
Yep. That's a huge momentum shift right there.
Yeah, 1 nade kill through 15 rounds is rough.
Yep. I thought I definitely thought angle attack would be strong on that map.
Yep.
This map, I think, is going to be close.
Yep.
I think this is Neph's best map.
Yeah, this is definitely Neff's bet.
Yeah, their nades are really good. Triple definitely adds that X factor. He's an aggressive player. Timmer triple, brutal picking cross. I think this is a good map for Neph. So expect a lot more out of him this map.
Oh, well, server dispute. Neph not wanting to use their own server.
Ramiel?
Yeah, they they were like, "Hey, send us your info," and Tipsy just flat out said no. We started on this. You get to use it.
I love that.
Yeah, love that. All right, so if Neph is going to steal a map, it will be this one
For sure.
So let's see what they got. I do know.
Yeah, go ahead.
I do know. Jesus.
We played you recently, didn't we?
Yeah, we played these sets of maps.
Yep.
So you got to worry about aggression. You got to worry about good nades, but yeah, Neph has been rotating through players. I think this is like their 4th or 5th lineup that they put into a match. So it's tough to get cohesion.
I think between these two teams, you're going to see a very heavy German-sided Burgundy.
Yep.
You're not. You might see 5 rounds out of both teams for Axis, when you might only see like 4
or 3 from a normal match. Yep.
If Axis gets 5 or 6, I mean that's not going to surprise me for both teams.
Absolutely.
Both teams spend a lot of time perfecting this Axis because it's the harder side, but don't really play well with the default Burgundy.
Are you crazy?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, default Burgundy was so frequent that it was just balls out rush B, everybody rush B. But as teams learned set nades and better stop nades and got aggressive, it's really forced teams to slow down a little bit. You still have to take B, you still have to pick the cross, but it's not as balls out, everyone go B. Good luck.
Yeah. You're gonna see aggression with angle attack. They're either gonna overextend south, they're gonna push the tank, or they're gonna push 2 into sight every round.
Magnum gets into sight, but unfortunately, if you look at the mini map, 3 players of angle of attack already in their spawn. Tipsy catches one in the back. Brutal is fighting for his life against 2 people. No scope Sixer. What a great shot.
Sick.
And now he's got Nova to deal with. And he gets him. And that's the round. That Brutal single-handedly kept the round uh,
This is splatted.
viable. Gets those 2 kills. There's a 4K.
Allies win.
That is huge.
We're talking about 3 players between Brutal, Triple, and Timmer. This is their best map.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
expect to see Brutal do really good things with the scope, hitting the cross, and Timmer and Triple to play up close.
Yep, absolutely. And that was great aggression out of Angle Attack. They just couldn't find anybody to kill. Ooh, Tipsy
Like that
early. Tipsy with the scope as well. Just some more, everybody all over the place.
Yep. You got 4 players that'll scope on angle of attack right here.
Yep. Sixer goes down, but it's a 4-on-2.
Allies
And Triple
eliminated.
walks right into Trump waiting for him. Tipsy catches out Stiffy. 1-to-1. And that aggression worked better. The aggression is great, but when you push like that and you can't find anybody to kill, and then the scope's no-scoping you, that is extremely frustrating.
Yep. He was able to sit back on the first round.
And I like the change-up. So they baited them by sending nobody B for 2 rounds, and then they got somebody in. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
yeah, he missed the shot, but they were able to get 2 guys in, and that pretty much held it. Now Triple, whole team's dead. Absolutely stuck. A shot, gets a scope, or gets a bolt, sees somebody on that glitch roof. I'm assuming that's Tipsy.
Gotta be Tipsy. Nobody else knows how to do it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Sixer's got little legs. Trump's just already dead.
Allies eliminated.
Yeah.
Axis win.
No, I like the cross to B, sending 2 players.
Yep.
They're going to continue to be aggressive, and as we worked on for the last couple weeks, run in pairs.
Yep, and that's the thing. And we mentioned it on the last map. Just keep them honest. So send them push mid, send no one B, and then send them B. Make them pick the cross. Don't let him sit there and pick for mound. And Nova already into B. You got Sixer up mid. And we're seeing Neph really struggling to deal with the aggression coming out of angle attack.
Allies eliminated.
Love it.
Axis win.
Yeah, that was really pretty. They're getting in. They're getting mid aggression.
Brutal needs the answer right here. They're gonna cross again. They can. They will.
Yeah, Brutal needs to hit this. Oh, that's tough. I mean, that's as easy as a shot as you're gonna get. And
He reload glitched on the closest angle.
Yeah.
They're already in, so this is good. This is good for
That-
Neph.
Yeah, I don't like both sitting on the bomb waiting to catch a nade. Now,
No.
Trump has split the defense, and you got Brutal bottom spawn house, which is strong, but he comes off the angle. His spider sense is tingling, thinking he's getting pushed. Oh, Brutal having the worst timing of any player I've ever seen on this round.
He's buying time.
Oh, I think he did just see Sixer. Unfortunately, yep, Sixer sees him, and he runs right into Trump. It is now a 3-on-2. Decent spot for Magnum, but he's really got to hit the first shot. He does not. And Sixer just runs him down. That was a weird round because Magnum stayed alive, but did nothing.
Yeah, he was trying to watch the connector, and it didn't really work out to help the team. Brutal was on an island,
Explosives
tried to buy as much time as possible,
Axis
but
win.
got pinched. That's the type of retake. That's textbook, with like 2 seconds to spare. It's kind of the angle of attack way. Crossing. They opt to not push the smoke, which is a great play. Trump and Six are pushing up the mid. Stiffy makes a round to the south, picks off Ethics, who has typically been the overextender south side, but gets shut down by Trump as Stiffy tries to keep going down the south street.
Right, and that's probably the first South presence we've seen out of Neph.
He's
They're
definitely
really,
tried.
yeah,
Ethics is held down on that south street quite well.
yep.
And then Tipsy jumping up on the wall with the scope has definitely helped out a lot quite too. Having Nova has definitely benefited them as someone who plays very aggressive, not afraid to die.
Yep. And you need that. You need a player that just doesn't give a shit about their score, does what the team needs, and
We might be witnessing something here. That was a quick 2K.
that was a great 2K. Now he does still have Trump and Sixer to deal with.
Allies eliminated. Axis
Good effort.
win.
Yep.
Not what you want to see a 1-5 start. Again,
On
Neph
offense.
kind of slow to start. I can't really say they're close rounds.
Are you crazy?
Brutal won the first round by himself, so we'll see. If they
Yep.
try and cross, Brutal needs to get a pick.
Yep.
And they're already across. It's you get the closest spawn, you say I'm going. Someone says I got you, and you're off.
And yeah, Brutal's really having a tough time, and they're not having somebody on second cross. Their nades aren't stopping. It's really just a collection of issues, right? Because you can recover from a missed scope shot with someone watching the second cross. You can recover from someone missing that from a good nade. It's failing all three stages. It's going to be real tough.
Yeah, I thought their nades would be a little bit more powerful.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
even Brutal on the scope. Not saying it's early, but and he's 7-5, so he's doing well. But I expect him to go off on this map.
Yep. Yeah, Steve Biscuit, a lot of some of the color changes are based off of the stream. I messed with the stream settings, so my game doesn't actually look like that. But the NVIDIA filters, there's just so many settings. It's all outside of the game now. The game just will never look like that.
Axis win.
But yeah, a lot of it is based around stream settings, making it pretty for you guys. And 6-1, and Trump at 12-3. Love to see that.
Yep, he's definitely been aggressive up mid. Almost
Free
every
reign.
round. Yep. You had Stiffy going south, but not super effective.
And a minute 42 left on the clock, and Brutal's dead to Ethics pushing south. So taking B is great, but you have to hold your flank.
And Nova's been the body that they just send B.
Yep.
Glad he could play this map because this has benefited them on Burgundy a lot.
And you got Triple doing the typical shoddy bottom MG house. But the trouble with that is
Axis win.
his whole team is dead. And
Yeah.
he's stuck in there. And there's nobody watching south. And they're also just not getting into the site. So it'd be one thing if they were getting into B, right? But they're not watching south and they're not getting into B.
I
Yeah, you
never
gotta pick one.
enjoyed being the Scope's bodyguard. That's not my play.
No, that's a tough one.
Yep.
Okay, they're in early better this time.
This is splatted.
Oh, Magnum catches a nade though. And that's just a mental mistake, right? You're too close to a planner. While he's planning, get the fuck away.
Yep.
You know they're gonna nade it. Everyone is. You almost gotta fake it 2-3 times on this bomb site. So you should absolutely never have two people sitting anywhere near the bomb.
And I
One
think we're-
plants and one's far.
I think at this point we're all counting nades, right?
Yep. And if you're not, you should be.
Absolutely.
Have somebody do it. Every team has their own autist that can count the nades and see that
Yep.
shit. And
Allies win.
Nightmare
Timber?
was yours. Angle of
Yep.
attack is Tipsy.
yep. I will say, yeah, I will say Mike is great at that. It makes my life easier. It makes Talks, because Talks just autopilot sometimes.
I think he's heads
Trump,
down most of the time.
yeah, yep. He's just ready to fuck somebody up. That's all he cares about. Again, Nova getting in with not even difficult. Sixer gets a 2K there. Again, just running up mid. Double tag. Oh, nice shot through the smoke. Okay, Stiffy getting a little bit of presence there. Absolutely does not expect C to be prone down that mound. Nova in a good spot, but if you're Neph, you cannot let Nova get into the bomb this easy.
Eliminated.
He's a body on the site, and he's playing well. So, like, that presence on site, you could be a bot, and your presence on B dictates the whole ally side, how they play.
Yep.
And Nova's getting frags. 10-4,
Yep.
playing really well.
Absolutely.
He's looking at going across again. Ooh! He's getting tags crossing.
He got the tag.
What is going on?
Now
He'll push
Timmer's
the smoke.
already in there. Good by Timmer, but Stiffy catches a nade. Magnum catches a nade. Timmer catches another nade. I mean, 3 nade kills in 1 round. There's just, it's so hard to come back from that.
Absolutely. This map, you got to get 2 nades per player. 2 nade kills per player.
Explosives planted!
Angle of attack is looking at that almost for every player already except for Tipsy. And you'll get his.
Trump catches triple out. And that's the thing, just be patient. That's been Neff's struggle. They can't take the bomb site. They're catching nades trying to get into the bomb site.
Explosives diffused.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind. I know it's the last round. I wouldn't mind. Fuck it. Take A. Push mid. Set up for the
Absolutely.
push. Send somebody into the B house. Send somebody by B truck watching long. Send somebody through mid. It just shut down that mid aggression because they're getting into B free and they're getting into mid free.
You got to get creative. Just as creative as you get on Axis on this map. If you're not winning round on allies, you got to be able to get creative as well.
Yep.
Which means you're going to focus more on South. You got to get map control. You got to take some of the focus off B. You got to force them to think that you may not be going B. Like if you can, if they're overcommitting to B, you got to overcommit to South side.
Yep. And I think most teams play that. If someone gets into B, slow it down, stop, clear out the rest of the map, and we're on an A. It doesn't have to be an A, but don't run into a guy sitting in dark for no reason.
100%.
It's such a power position.
I think every team has a safe word. You know, like I would say hard stop is one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Stiff. They were able to get in, get the bomb down, not die to nades. Oh, thanks for the raid, sir. 205 viewers. Holy shit. Thank you, sir.
Axis eliminated. Allies win.
Timmer just absolutely destroying his teammate there. Not his fault. So, looking at the past 2 maps and the start of this map, is this Neph underperforming or angle of attack maybe overperforming, or is this sort of what we expected?
I hate to say both, but Neph is definitely underperforming.
Yep.
Absolutely, Neph is underperforming. You expect with Triple being on board, they're going to be a little bit more aggressive on this map. Timmer, this is Timmer's best map. I've seen him go off completely. Same with Brutal. Magnum's just an all-around good player. Stiffy's always solid. So, like, you would expect more. I think the variations in angle of attack's play on Axis, crossing, first 3 rounds, they were aggressive mid. They had ethics always pressuring south side, challenging Stiffy, and then that freed up just to like go B, send Nova B, send a body B every round. Nova's not afraid to die, so like therefore, if you have a guy on B, it changes the whole ally side of the map. So you have Neph severely underperforming. You have angle of attack being very aggressive on Axis side, which benefited them.
Yep, absolutely. And I do like angle of attack. They've sort of they're unpredictable. They're doing something different every round. It's not something easy to read. They're changing up just little things, and you don't need sweeping changes. Just change an angle or something easy. So
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yep, you like that? Let's see. Okay, Timmer catches a nade. You hate to see that. That's the other thing. You can't win rounds if you're dead immediately to a nade every round.
I think they're catching nades at this point. It's good.
We're playing baseball.
Yeah. They got to be looking up.
Yep.
I like just the full B commit. I mean, round 1, you're feeling really confident. No matter what on allies, you gotta run the default Burgundy. I hate default Burgundy. It's the worst map out of the 7. You can quote me on that.
Yep.
And default Burgundy is not very enjoyable, but you got to run it. You have to. You have to till it fails.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it also gives you the idea of what they're doing. Are they trying to cross? Are they not? I will say, I think this is a shot for Magnum, but the retake falls apart by Nova and Trump just Tommying people down. I will say probably the worst side of a map to play is offense on Dawnville.
Yes.
But I do think that this is one of the worst maps as far as how it's built, and you should never have to cross to get into a map or get into a bomb site to play defense. Liberation, I think, was the map in Battalion that was like that.
It was made off of Burgundy. It was a better version of Burgundy.
Yeah, but still, just needed. You should not have to do that ever.
Yeah, the plant on the opposing bomb site shouldn't be less than 2% of the time.
Yep. Yep. Falling apart, 10-3. Brutal does get a kill, but it's a 2-on-3.
Jeremy, I thought I was hopping on here for 3 close maps, or at least 2.
Yeah.
I thought 2 for sure.
I know. I'll be in bed before midnight.
I'm impressed. I won't be, but this is impressive.
I grabbed 4 beers and I'm only almost through the second one.
I've almost had a bottle of wine, so
that's impressive. That's impressive. I do have Panther's stream on the other monitor, and that gives me a spark of joy. Just seeing his stupid fucking face.
They're scrimming goons tonight. I can't imagine that's close.
No. And goons are using Doug as a ringer, so.
Well, I bet all chat looks very interesting.
Yeah. No, it's probably muted. Panther will get banned on Twitch for what comes through all chat there. Ooh. And again, just an easy round.
Explosives planted.
And Tipsy just walked up mid. Magnum stuck at burning tank.
Axis eliminated.
There goes Magnum. Map point. After a decent breakout, we've seen just an absolute train wreck here.
Yes, agreed. I mean, they're just going hard B. I see Tipsy's taking over the south plays, which he's doing really well at. There's not going to be much that he can't stop on the south side against Neph.
Okay. Timmer gets in, unfortunately misses the first shot, misses the second, dies because of it. Okay, Magnum with a late nade.
Retakes the nades.
Triple kill Sixer. Okay. We're in a better spot. Unfortunately, triple sees Trump. Ethics is in a spot that they... Okay, Ethics dies. I was going to say, Ethics is in a spot that's really going to be tough for triple, but... Ooh, triple dies on the cross. 2-on-2.
Explosives planted.
Not over peeking. Now, with the plant there on like the third fake, I'd like a peek because there's only one person, so he can only be guarded by one person.
Yeah.
Get a little aggressive.
It's the last moment. You have to.
I mean, it's 13-2. Or
Yeah,
yeah,
they've suffered a
3.
little bit from being too passive, honestly. They weren't
Yeah.
ready for this angle of attack team to be so aggressive.
No. Ooh, brutal hits one.
Axis
Gets a
eliminated.
tag on the second,
Allies
but
win.
that is not enough, and that is it.
That's
Damn.
impressive.
That was yeah, that was much better than I thought it would be out of angle of attack. And then kind of disappointing from the Neph guys. Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one.
Yeah, the Neph guys have a really good roster. I expected a close Burgundy game. Definitely, you could tell at the beginning of each map they went down quick and
Yep.
they took too long to adjust. Burgundy, they didn't adjust at all, and that hurt them. So, angle of attack came out strong with their new 5. Looked super good. Everything that had been rehearsed over the last week or two, and they're going to be a strong roster. Expecting them to finish out the season really well, heading into playoffs. So, super solid roster, and looking forward to see who they pick up. That definitely could improve their position if they find the right slot. So that could work out for them.
Yeah, that was a good showing. I would like Neff to sort of settle a bit, right? They're a team that's put out a different 5 almost every match. We get it, life, but there's a lot of movement on that team. Um, there was what, 2 players that went to land with them on the plan tonight. And Stiffy is not a consistent starter for them. Magnum really the only one. So I do think it's going to take some time for them to settle, but not great. Not great from them. Quick matches, but that'll be it from us. Let me take a quick look and see what is on the slate for the week. Um, Awakening Strokers on Tuesday. Uh, Looks like Demo Requesters versus Rats on Wednesday. That'll be a good match.
For sure.
And then GGG versus ITM on Thursday. So everything else is sort of up in the air. So it does look like our next matches will be Tuesday. So we'll try to cover that. Probably Awakening Strokers. Apes versus New is sort of whatever. But yeah, so thanks for joining us. Thanks, Casey, for hopping on. That was fun. Good insight. So yeah, that's it for us. And we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks all. See you again.